players don't care. They don't give a rat's backside. They don't want to chase. They don't want to play. You have Ashley Hansen before the game saying that no one in the club listens to outside noise. Maybe you should. Maybe you should. Maybe the coaching panel, the players, the board must listen to us members. We've got 88,000, almost 90,000 members.
Hey lads, welcome back to the One-Eyed Pod. We just finished up with round. What round was it?
9.
Round 9. We just finished up with round 9. It went for me. It went shocking, and for other people, it went incredibly. I guess we can start by 24-82. Probably not the most amazing score. Went back a little bit, 278 spots, and the
Just
team
a little
value is
bit.
not. Yeah, just a little bit, and the team value, as Crooksy calls it, will hover. I was hovering this week. I'm just hovering, waiting for a big score.
This week was the week, and we've missed it, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon that this was one of the biggest weeks to make up some ground, and I'll be the first to admit it. Let me just reverse these trades. I'll be the first to admit it. Geordie Ugoe wasn't the go. It was Merritt, and you know what? In the last podcast, I said when I listened to it, and I was like, I went absolutely apeshit when you told me about Merritt and his run and everything, and I fucking didn't. I didn't do anything about it.
You messaged me 5 minutes before, trying to change it. We did the same thing. We wanted to do different. We should have done different trades, but it's part of the game, I guess. Can't win them all. Geordie's got a good run though.
Yeah, Geordie has had a good run, but yeah, I guess I'll just start it off by talking about a couple of the lads. I won't go through everyone. Maybe a few disappointing people this week. Jordan Dawson, really disappointing again. I saw something Bryce Mitchell said that he's going to projected to drop below drop below 600k, go to like 5 something, which is shattering because I would say I paid a primo for him. Tom Stewart, he's going to go down further. What's his break even now? 128. He's going to keep going down. That's annoying. My team value is going down really, really quickly. But if there was, and don't get me started on Maxi Gawn. He looked absolutely fucking terrible on the weekend. He got pushed around like a little child. What's that?
It looked like a grandpa out there.
He did. He
Give
literally
him a walking stick.
He was slipping over. He was falling. Oh my god, Maxi Gawn.
The conditions were terrible for him though. But you'd think, I think Grundy being there would, it obviously is affecting his role some way. But he relies on goals, so I guess if it's in the wet, it's going to be a little bit harder, I guess. But you'd think
he relies on his intercept marking, and he took 0 marks.
Yeah. But he wasn't tapping the ball like down to Clarry much as well. Like Clarry was hot and then he was cold. Like I feel like it's just one of those games. But I think Grundy scored more than them, didn't he?
Yeah.
Max Gawn. You've been spending too much fucking time with Hamish and Andy, because all you're doing, you're a fucking jokester or something, mate. What are these fucking scores? What are you doing out there? You look like you haven't had a pre-season. You look like you're asleep. Clayton, don't get me started on you, mate.
Oh, lay off Clayton.
Fucking handball. Max Gawn, if you don't do something in this next half of footy that gets you... What are you on right now? I think you're on 14. What the F are you doing, mate? Honestly, you're about to make me...
He's had a 60-point quarter.
Just delete the app. Jesus Christ. Fuck.
Are you happy or sad after that? after halftime, are you happy or sad? I guess he's had a 60-point half. That's more than mate.
Yeah, he had a large third quarter. But that's about it. He was fucking shocking. Yeah.
Am I just saving? Am I saving Will Day for my team? You got to give him a spray, surely. He's a big fraud.
Didn't even see him. Like, guess what? I'll let you have it. I'll fucking let you have it.
Mate. I'm
Um,
coming for you, Will.
but fuck me, Humphreys. I know we were giving you a lot of shit last week, and the only reason I put you in is Will was just like, well, he's going to get a game. You might as well put him in. And Berry wasn't playing. I didn't even expect anything from you. I actually fielded you last second, so happy about that. And I probably just got a bit lucky again. Beginner's luck, I reckon. But yeah. That's actually, before I forget.
What about Rat? What are you going to do to Rat?
1 second, before I forget.
You're going to put that at the start. Oh my God. It's just getting worse and worse. It's just going to be 3 next.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's a good point. I'll bring up Rat real quickly because we have a little bit of time. Sava Radigalea. I reckon I was looking on eBay today for like posters of him. I'm gonna get one framed, put it on my wall. Sava Radigalea, you are one of my favorite footballers lately. You just look at these scores. You can't tell me you can't be happy with this man. He's just consistent. He's a consistent. I'm going to keep him all the way through buys. He's going to be such great rock cover. I don't think I'm going to get rid of him till last. He's probably my last rookie to go, and he's just slowly burning away. He's good. Seamus Mitchell, you've been good as well. I heard today I was saying that he's becoming a staple in the back half. So it looks like you've cemented your spot. And just shattering that we didn't get wet. Yeah, which
I think his name's Seamus.
Seamus? There you go, Seamus.
Oh, don't get me started on Weddle, mate. I think I've missed. I could count on 10 fingers all the rookies that I've missed. Honestly.
Yeah, I'll chuck it over to you, and then you can share your screen and show us what's up.
Yeah, on Seamus Mitchell, I think you can keep him until what's his buy? I think he's got the last buy. Oh no, so he has round 14, but still, there's heaps of players out in round 14, so you could probably still keep him. Not a bad play. He's the only person. Look at these rookies. Overall, I'll talk about my week, but just these rookies. Was mentioned. It was sub last week, mate. I think I'm in massive.
You know what?
I just want to cry, mate.
I'm looking at your team right now, taking it all in.
Nah, I'm not in strife though. I've got a plan for Clarry, but even that, if I'll like Will Day, I can probably get rid of him, and then I've still got 3 rookies to try and fix up. But I just got to go budget, I reckon. But overall, I had a decent week. I am around the 10K mark from my shit start, but I don't think I'm going to move much up because I might get caught up in trades. But I just wish I had this bloke's team. Look at this team. Oh, it's on the side of the screen. Look at that team, mate.
I saw it. I looked at it.
That's the best Supercoach score I've ever seen.
That team is unreal, cunt.
He hasn't even used He's got Rat on the bench and he can't even freaking move him, man. He must have done
Mate,
it.
he had Weddle on the bench. It should have been bigger.
Good on him. I think, and he's obviously, some of these people that like do this stuff, they create a team halfway, I think. So he's obviously going all right, and he's got heaps of pods in there. But yeah, obviously, I'll never get to that because my team's full of fucking spuds. But overall, Dawson, I got on Dawson early, so I can't really say much bad things about him. But yeah,
What did
there's
you
a
pay for
few
Dawson?
alarm bells. I think I paid that exact price, or it was when he was going to be really expensive, and then I got lucky. I bought him when he got like 160 or something stupid against Carlton. But Wilmot, I'm real happy with. Sharp gets another game because obviously Wilmot's doing Richard's role, and he's actually a really good player. Every time I watch him, he's always marking. His disposal efficiency is always elite. Bond, I risked it captaining Bond over Oliver. So I was watching the game. How was he, Michael? You captained him, so you thought of Bond.
Bontempelli.
Yeah.
He was lucky to get that score, I reckon.
Bloody oath he was. And
yeah.
why can't he give us a big score?
I know it's the first time I captained him. And I had the 120 from Clarry like you, and we both rode it together. We both rode Clarry and Bont together. Bont, it is true, when he breathes, he gets points because there's no way in hell that any other player gets 112 by playing such a shit game like he did. He didn't play like the last 8 minutes or something.
Yeah, and he got gifted a goal as well. I can't remember, but he had a goal late, so that pumped up his score. He was on like 106 or 108 at full time, and then got scouted. It's just you take it, but pod captain, I didn't back myself. There's Merritt, there's Marshall, there's Dunk, there's anyone you could have done. You just play it safe like a bloody dickhead, and you captain Bond. This is the last time I'm ever doing a. No.
You know what though? Like
to climb the ranks, you
if
got to
you-
do a pod captain.
What's that?
To climb the ranks massively, you got to.
Everyone who captained Merritt this week launched.
Oh,
They all launched into the top 1K, top 2K.
It's smart. Well, like he was projected 115, and that's what I sort of base it off. But this Merritt dude, this guy is just an animal. And Brad Scott said after the game, I didn't know he was that good. He's the club captain,
Brad Scott's
mate.
come to the team. He doesn't even know Merritt's good. That's why he's half forward. That's why he was half forward.
Fuck me, mate. No wonder you're coaching North Melbourne. No wonder he lost his job in the first time. He was just playing everyone. half forward.
He doesn't even know who's playing. He goes, Merritt, that's a nice name. I'll put him in half forward.
This is the shit thing about it. That fucking idiot was trialing it while I got him in first. So I thought Merritt's about to launch half forward. And then everyone said, we'll get Merritt 162. So
that's why I stayed away. I'm like, I don't want to fucking go Merritt. And he plays half forward again. He played in the guts. As soon as she was out, I should have just been like Spot.
Yeah, I was even considering Hobbs because he was like 300k, but like they've got no one there. But Shield's going to be back next week, but Merritt's got to play there. The only thing is Parrish does steal his points, but his age is away anyway. So I think he's 2 or 3 away. So probably after the buys he'll come in. But Marshall, I love Rowan Marshall. I'm actually stoked with the pick. I don't think thought I was going to get rid of him at the buys for Gawn, but he's just solid. And I'm sorry, Michael, but he's solid.
He is, and you know what? My trade at the start of the year where I went I traded in Will Day, Brodie Grundy, and Tom English, whatever his fucking name is. Tim English. I don't know his first name. Tim. And that was a massive trade. Those like they went. Will Day went 100, and then English and Grundy were just averaging like 120, 130. And that pushed me into the top 4K, top 3K. And now since Gawn's come back, it's fucked me. Like I'm now stuck with Gawn, and I'm considering even moving Gawn down into F6 when he gets DPP and bringing back in Marshall.
I've got to have a look at that. I think he's close, but I don't think he's. There's McRae that's 40% now, so he'll probably get forward time. I think Walsh is at 35, so he's not even guaranteed because he played 90% mid against Collingwood or something like
and
that.
he's
So
sucked in the midfield. How bad did Walsh go on the weekend? We'll get to that.
yeah. Well, I like Sammy Walsh, so I can't really drag him.
I hate him. I actually hate him as a player.
Pitternet sucks.
Yeah.
There's a heap of them suck. Carlton, go dicks. That's all I have to say about Carlton.
Yeah. Pies chat. Pies are looking fucking unreal. And I sent a voice chat into the our Pies chat the other day while they were playing, and quote me on it. And anyone wants to fucking argue with me, come at me on fucking whatever you want to come at me on. Collingwood in the first 2 quarters of that game were playing the best footy that any team had played in the last 10 years. Unbelievable footy.
No, well, I joined in half time, so I watched the KO mini, and so it's hard to say, but we played some good footy in 2018. So I want you to rethink your words, or whenever we verse West Coast.
Crooks, we
looking
kicked
hot.
We kicked 3 goals in less than 5 touches.
So I'm gonna watch
something
the game
like
again,
that.
man.
Yeah,
You
watch
can't-
the
you can't
first and
get-
second quarter.
You can't get the full. You get the KO mini like 25 minutes, and it's good. You can watch it in a quick time period, but I think I've just got to watch the whole half and just set aside another hour of my life to just watch Collingwood and me just be happy and proud of my team because we are going good.
I tell you what we should do one day. When I come down to Vic, we should do a Pies podcast, a Pies viewing podcast. We watch the Pies play. We just drink beers and talk shit.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure people would watch it.
Yeah, I reckon they would. A lot of over 100,000 supporters. Heaps of people would love it. Watch along.
Hey?
You could live stream it and go watch along. Everyone watches along as you're watching.
We might be on something.
Anyway.
I think we have to copyright that just in case one of you fuckers. We got 25 views last week. So one of you 25 views, Michael will come hunt you down. I'll personally crutch you with my crutches.
If I see any fucking
we will
Carlton listening cunts out there doing that shit.
Oh my god. Carlton, they're a mess, mate. They are a mess. And a little bit of me feels bad for them, but I can't feel bad for them.
Not even a little bit.
I've got a good mate that goes for Carlton, and we've watched it. The footy like say 5 years in a row, but every single time we watch it or go to watch it together, we win. And he goes, "This always happens. We always fucking lose to Collingwood." And I'm just going, I feel bad for you, but I really don't, mate. Carlton are a bloody bunch of... They're pretenders. They're pretenders. That's what they are.
They were saying that Carlton are coming. They're coming.
When's the last time they haven't played finals in ages still?
Let's have a look.
I think they've last played final. I remember when they had Fev, maybe, but I think Fev was playing for Brisbane or something. So they
Last time Carlton made finals,
would have been 10 years, surely.
I think it was 2013. Quote, I might be
10
wrong.
years. That's still 10 years. You're listening, any Carlton supporter listening right now, you haven't done anything good in 10 years. And that's probably pushing it. I wonder what that finals game was. That finals game, they probably got belted.
Yeah, it was 2013, their finals appearance.
Did they win or lose?
They lost. Obviously, they lost. It doesn't. This is the worst article in the world. Why wouldn't you tell me about the game they fucking lost, you idiots?
I've actually got something on my phone. This is on 3AW today, but this is possibly the best audio I've ever seen.
The players don't care. They don't give a rat's backside. They don't want to chase. They don't want to play. You have Ashley Hansen before the game saying that no one in the club listens to outside noise. Maybe you should. Maybe you should. Maybe the coaching panel, the players, the board must listen to us members. We've got 88,000, almost 90,000 members. You want us to sign up next year? Bloody show us something. Show us the heart. Last year we gave you the excuse we had an injury to planet midfield and we just missed out. We thought this year we'd go again. What's the excuse? If you're not going to play, I said it a few weeks ago, if you're not going to play for the coach, play for people like myself. We bust my balls every week to get there. Hard-earned money. And you dish that up against Collingwood. They toyed with us. It's an embarrassment for the Navy Blue White, especially the emblem. The emblem. Play for that.
Put it at the
If you're not going to play for it, piss off out of my
gonna be our
club.
intro.
Get out.
Clayton Oliver, what do you do? He's running today. So
yeah,
I don't
heard
know
similar
what
things.
the heck is going on. So
I heard,
if I was to
I spoke to you throughout the week. Not throughout the week. I spoke to you yesterday and saying, is keeping him a silly option?
I'll see both ways. I guess the way I see it, I think he's a lot of money, so you could spread your team out. But I've heard a lot of people say you want him back, but I probably won't have that luxury. But if I can spread my team out a little bit more, I think that can fix my mistakes a little bit, and then I just won't have Clarry.
Yeah.
So, but 3 weeks he'll be. So I think they have the round 13. No, so they have the round 14 bye. So he might be out until the bye, and then you're just holding a player for no reason. I know it's best 18, but I don't know. I don't know what's the play. I think a heap of people have traded him out already. It's like 20K. No, not that far. 12,700.
Yeah, and a lot of people have 13,851 people. 17% of trades is trading out Clarry this week.
I mean, if you got the trades, I don't see an issue with it. And even with 13 trades, you can probably still do it. Because you think at the end of the day, you're going to risk it, but you've got 4 injury trades, 3 injury trades. Well, I think I'll probably have that many trades left when I finish my team. So you're just going to use one now, but he's so reliable. Even the 2 weeks I've owned him, but I broke my team for him. That's the only annoying thing about all this. Got that fucking dweeb jury. He scored 12 and a 17. I'm pointing at my screen trying to just poke him in the eye.
And I said this to you yesterday, and I'll say it again now. We spoke so highly of Weddle, and we said Weddle is rated within the club. They love him down there. Job security was a maybe though, but they said they love him down there. It was ever Mitchell or Weddle. Turns out they're both fucking firing, so they've both got a spot now.
He scored 115, that dickhead Weddle.
Yeah, and I said to you when Drury played, and you said, how did Drury play? And I said he looked like he was disinterested. He looked like a bit of a pelican. And then I went on Twitter. Everyone was raving about Drury, and I said, this guy looks like a fucking idiot. I still went for him.
I don't think he gets a game next week.
No. Especially with Clarko gone. I don't think he gets a game.
And he got subbed out early. So, fuck. Going back to Clarry, you've got some options though. Like, I had where's my screen? My mouse is lagging. I've got a couple of names. So, Zachy Merritt, I think, is a good one.
Now, if you're going, wait, let's talk about Zach Merritt real quick. If you're going for Zach Merritt, like, because he's definitely on my radar that I want to put him in. Have you missed the big scores? Where is it traded in? Have you missed that big one, that big spike that everyone was chasing for him? Who's he playing next? He's got West Coast and North. Okay, so maybe not. But Shield's going to be back.
Maybe not. Maybe not trade him in. What did you say?
Maybe you haven't missed the big scores. Maybe there's still more to come.
You haven't. You haven't. He's seriously. He's got the best run in the whole of Super Coach. He's got West. If you're in your finals, you've got West Coast and I can't look below.
West Coast, North, GWS, then the Pies last round.
Yeah, I see it on the screen there. Yeah, so I think he's a no-brainer, and he's always been a consistent gun. So I don't see an issue with it. I think if you had Parrish and Merritt, it would be a good duo to have at the end if you're trying to finish your team. But yeah, it's hard to pass up. Like even Sarong as well. I think Sarong has proven that he's probably going to be a top 8. And he's versus Melbourne, who have no Clarry and tend to leak points anyway. I know he's got a shit record here, but he's completely different. I feel like these stats aren't really reflective of what he's doing right now. Because I don't think, dude, he's only gone under 100 once.
Yeah.
And that's when he got full on tag.
I was going to bring him in.
You should have brought him in.
Yeah, I should have, could have, but so now this brings me back to another thing we were talking about earlier, and we were just saying this before about Clarry, trading Clarry. You can either, I don't know, straight swap him for someone like Petrarca, who is now going to be the main midfield in there. He's probably going to hold his price as well and hover around that straight swap back to Clarry if you really want to. Or you can do something along the lines like we were talking about, was trading out Clarry, and we had someone trading out someone like Will Day as well, just because Will Day, he's probably due to go nuts. Will Day, he's been tagged the last couple of weeks and had just a low disposal efficiency, even though he went nuts. So he's probably due to go nuts, but I feel like if you're trading out Clarry and a Will Day, who I originally bring Will Day in as a cash cow, then you're bringing in players like, you could do a Clarry, Will Day, and I could bring in Merritt and Sarong, and that's massive.
Yeah. I reckon Sicily is dominating. I reckon he's back. He's actually taking the piss at the moment.
Do you reckon that's just because? What's that?
He had that real bad game against Freo when he gave away a free kick and did dissect or something. He was on -4 at quarter time, and his score was shit. But he's gone back to what he was doing last year. So I'm thinking of bringing him in also for Day. I just don't know if it's the play to risk just because we'll flip at the buy, but I think he might drop down to 450k or 440. I don't know. His break even's pretty high, so.
Who, Sicily or Will Day?
Will Day, and Sicily's is pretty low. So Sicily's the lowest point.
49.
I haven't got Sicily up here, but I think his 3-round average.
Break even of 49. I've got him up here.
Have you got his 3-round average? It'd be 110 or something.
Where do you see that? Where do you see a 3-round average? The fuck?
If you click on his name, I can get.
Oh, 3-round average, 110.3.
Oh, I'm good. But he's actually flying. I think a lot of people I lost my league match up because I was relying on Sicily trying to do something stupid, and he's not doing that. But the other people as well, those discounted options, I just picked out Lockie Neal and Jack Steele. Like those two, I think Steele's the main man. Who would you pick out of Steele and Neal?
I feel like I'm going Lockie Neal.
They both got the same buy.
I kind of want to. I know Steele looks good and stuff. I want to stay away from him. Just with those injuries, I probably don't have enough trades to be playing around with half injured players at the moment. He looked good on the weekend. I watched him and Sinclair. They looked good. They were everywhere. But yeah, with his injuries, I think I'll give Steele a miss. But I can see the appeal.
He's gone good, but he was playing against his old team. But they said he was nursing a niggle coming in, and I watched him. He doesn't look like he looks like he's moving freely. So
and
I'm
he
definitely
tackles hard
considering him.
well again. Like he was a little bit timid, but now he's back to like it looks like 100%.
Well, I think his break even is like 69. So this is like probably like all the cheap options seem to be the go before they increase. Yeah, and Neil's is about the same, but you'd think Neil's just been a weird sort of player, like because well, him and Dunkley actually worked well together, but it usually is the opposite, where Dunkley has 100 and Neil launches. But those two are definitely it. But if you want a forward, because I think Jack McRae's going to be a forward in 2 weeks or whenever the DPP comes out. I think he's sitting at 40%, and he's actually averaging 106. But I think you'd probably prefer the other options out of the big guns or the discounted primos like Neil, Steele, Sicily. But
he's only averaging 106. He has 2 spike scores, so his scores are 106, 85, 114, 103, 112, spiked 133, 31, and then went back down to 96, 88, 81, and then spiked again to 145, and that's what brought him up to 100.
And Trelaw's out as well. So
that's true.
So
I just want to stay away from those 96, 88, 81. If I'm paying, what is he at the moment? Is 550.
We got to go for that.
Yeah, I was going to say I've got a player like that, and it's not. I don't want another one like that.
Well, we got one here, Will Day, DeGoey. That's about it. All the others are solid, but yeah, I think there's options. I think you could downgrade and get some value, or you could maybe cull a rookie and bank some cash. But yeah, I think there's options. But if it was 2 weeks for Clarry, I reckon you keep. I'd happily keep him for 2 weeks because he's going to be still the best mid in the game.
Yeah, like we were saying on the weekend as well, Clarry has played horrible tonight, and he's still done a 120. He's still hit 120.
He had a 55-point quarter or something, and then he had he was on 105 at 3/4 time, and that's when he pinged his hammy, I think. So I was abusing Clarry, saying, "You bloody nut job! What have you done in my team? You got me jury and you served me at 120s. I thought you were going to launch, but you can't do much." But now he's screwed me. So going back to an Oliver downgrade target, or you want to sideways something, I do not see anything wrong with Zach Butters. He's taking the absolute P15, PSS.
I saw a stat today that round 1 to 3, 0 votes, and then like 3 to 9 or something, he's leading.
Yeah, and he's had an injury interrupted preseason, so they were building him, and then they've let him have the mid time, and now he's just. I wanted to bring him in, but he's by so bloody pox, so you can't bring him in. But dude, this guy's on a heater at the moment. I just hope he just does shit. That's just all I'm hoping, because that game on Friday night is one of the best games I've ever seen a half flanker play, or whatever his position is. He just does everything.
He was everywhere, wasn't he? It was incredible
It's
to
just so
watch, and it
annoying.
kind of hurt a little bit. It hurt a little bit to watch it.
I owned him last year, and he was coughing up 70s or whatever it was, and then he got injured, and so I had to trade him out. And shout out to Dippy. He saw that Butters was doing, like, I kept Butters for 8 weeks trying to persist with him, and he never did it. But Dippy got rid of him in three weeks, and it was like the best move of the season. And I held on to him, and he just killed me and made me lose so much cash. And this is what made me go, I don't know about Butters. And then he coughs up this shit. Seriously, Butters, go back to what you used to be, bro.
I feel like Butters is a good option, but I feel like if you're going Butters now, you're probably a bit late to the party.
Well, this is going to be the only time you can get him because I think his break even's 33. So it's a bit like Anderson and all that.
3-round average of 150.
Fuck off, Butters. Look at the screen now. Fuck off. Seriously. He's got to get injured at some point, please. Please. But I never wish an injury on someone.
You can't say
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Sorry, mate.
Who did I say? Oh, no, I'm not even going to bring it up. Don't worry about it.
I've got a disability, Jack, so that's, I guess, you can't say anything bad about me. So it's just a slip up, mate. Sometimes it happens. You can edit it out if you want, but hopefully it just slows down a little bit because Butters is just going to be the best mid in the game. But rookies, going back to rookies, George Wardlaw. George Wardlaw, I think I'm probably going to go him. I was looking at his CBAs. Oh, that's Eddie Ford. That's pretty good.
Okay.
He's mostly in the centre. He's mostly in the centre, so I think I'm going to go early on him if I do actually get a rookie and Cal Simpson.
Say that again. You're going to go for Cal Simpson?
No.
Oh, Cal Simpson.
Like get rid of Simpson.
I was like, who the fuck is Cal Simpson?
If he's got a good if he's a good rookie, I'll probably have to get him because I'm running out of options, man. But yeah, Wardlaw looks good. I think it was 56 CBAs from memory or something when I looked, but that says 56. It looks like he's mostly in the middle as well. I think sometimes half forward, but he looks like he's a winger. I didn't actually watch the game. Did you watch the game?
I didn't watch the game either. Yeah. I was hoping to have a little bit of insight from you today.
Yeah, I've watched every other game. You got no life.
Yep. For us right now, do you reckon you could bring up their heat maps?
So talking about Wardlaw, I think Wardlaw's heat maps and all that kind of stuff. I think he's a good option, and you can probably go early on him. And you got to remember he's a top 5 pick. And he's going to probably. Yeah, I think so. And the stuff that I watched the highlights about him, and bloody hell, is good. But I think he was injured a little bit, or I don't know if he was injured or it took him a while to come in. So I don't know if he wasn't rated or wasn't ready. But I think you can get him. But it was real weird. There's a heap of North blokes that popped out a good score. I know they nearly won, but because
they should have won. I watched the end. Actually, I watched the end.
Yeah, I watched it too.
I watched the start and the end. Fucking shambles of a club. You could give it to them on a platter and they would still fuck it up. There was potential for them to have another 50 meters and a free kick. So
after the goal was kicked.
Yeah. So they had a player go. They had the extra player, and then they nearly put on the wrong player or had another player come back off or something like that, which would have been another free kick in 50 meters and another goal to them.
I saw Brett Ratton saying we're going to look into it. I'm like, it's an AFL system. They would have 6 people on the bench. They do GPS. You got to report how you're measuring throughout the game. You got to give them like 1 out of 10 ratios. So you think, hey, let's maybe count 75 interchanges. And I was reading like comments on Facebook. Apparently they were just subbing out players just randomly, and there was no point to it. So they've like seriously shit the bed anyway. So,
Mm.
oh well.
Like from what I heard, their excuse was the officiating person normally gives you tells you you're getting close. What?
Yeah.
Why would you leave it up to? You're an AFL club.
Yeah,
Why are
that's
you
what I
leaving it?
was. I saw someone say that. Like, I think going back to Collingwood chat, one of my mates was telling me that Collingwood exploited that rule, and that's the reason why it's in 75, because Mick Mouldias used to do 120 or 130 interchanges.
Yeah,
But
he
I
used to
didn't.
do
I thought it
heaps.
was 90. I thought it was 90, and then they changed it back to 70. They must have changed it in the last.
Anyway, back to Wardlaw and
Yeah, well, the other bloke on this thing is Eddie Ford. Now,
Charleston.
he looks like he's playing. He must be
He's
a
a winger.
winger or something. But wingers are pretty risky to go with. Like, I remember when I had Callahan, and he's going well right now, but geez, there were some grim moments where you just don't see the footy, or it's on the other side of the oval. But if he scores another good score, you have to get him straight away anyway. So I think you can wait a week on him, obviously, so you don't have another jury all over again. But he scored 100 something, so he's had a good game, and he'll have a good break even and make you some cash. So I think next week is definitely the play to maybe double down. But the rookie this week, the man Cam Fleeton, I don't know about him. I think you could probably skip him, but his job security is really, really good. But he just doesn't. He's just. I was watching that St Kilda game for Sinclair. He gets there, but he's just a a halfback sort of defend. He's mostly a defender. He will get some touches here and then, but he's not really super coach relevant.
Yeah, but what's his? I know you're saying that he's just a defender and stuff. What's he playing? Is he playing lockdown defender? Is he a half flanker? Is he?
I think he's a lockdown. But I hardly notice him. But I think he's. I don't think he's a lockdown defender. It says he's back pocket, which is he's probably like a back pocket. He plays a little bit like Murphy, but I hardly noticed him. That's what I'm trying to say is. He might just be one of those. He's coming for Cumming, who usually does the kick-ins, and then Whitfield's taking the kick-ins. But I think he's just playing as that defender. But the GWS blokes, they've lost about 6 defenders, so he might actually be a decent option. I'm real clueless with that one. I'll probably, assess my options on Thursday. But his scores haven't popped out. I think it's just been 44 and 50 something, and he's nobody's really looking at him
yesterday as well. I was saying that he's rated highly in the club.
Yeah, he's negative 20 break even. So I guess if he goes all right, he can make you some cash. But I can't remember. I'm pretty sure Weddle had a much better break even than that.
No, he didn't. He was horrible.
Yeah, but was he negative 20? This is what I'm trying to say: is Fleeton another Weddle, or can you?
So Weddle before this week went a 38 and a 54, and then he went a 65.
All they need is one big score.
Yeah.
And cash is king at the moment. I mean, so 2,000 blokes have traded him in. I'm pretty sure that means at this current time. So, but a lot are leaning towards getting Wardlaw, and then you got to think about McAndrew next week as well, which I've kind of looked at McAndrew, but I think he's just a wait and see until next week. But he's a ruck forward that. So you've got to make a decision out of 4 rookies in 2 weeks, and if you've got no boosts like me and you, you've got to kind of make a decision on maybe going on one early to afford all of them, because this will be great for your cash cash gen. But if you get a couple of North blokes, you might be screwed in one of these buys because you got 4 of them now. If you get those, and then you got Jury. I wish I never got that bloke Jury. But
That's a great.
Yeah.
That's a good. Yeah, but if you
The other one-
because this is another 2 North blokes we're bringing in.
yeah, I know. And that's why I'm hoping Eddie Ford is just gonna filter down, and maybe he's not that any good. But bloody hell, I can't predict anything at the moment. This has been one of the hardest years I've ever played Supercoach because people like Humphrey that are 200k, like I'm hearing people, and I see reason into it. People are bringing in Humphrey again. You can see it, 2,600. Is he? Should you be bringing him in? Maybe. Or is his cash completely gone?
I saw something on Twitter about that, about bringing him in.
Yeah.
Honest, if it's me, I'm fucking I think I'm staying away if I haven't already got him in.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
What?
Because I have him in, so I haven't really thought too much about it. Like,
Nah, I reckon he's a bit late. But like even Weddle, what's Weddle's priced at? 230. It's still just he's got a negative 47. I think you just can't pay this much 230 and it seems like 200 was the perfect amount because Dill Williams was 198k and people jumped on him then and he's made another 120. So maybe we just hope for Fleeton to come good. But I'm talking to you now, I think maybe you could go Fleeton early and then figure it out as you go.
with what's this? 285, 230. I think Weddle has more money to make.
Yeah.
He's obviously building. Like the first week, like when he played like shit. Playing a lockdown defender, didn't really look in place. 54, same role, and then he scored a 65 when he got a new role. He played off half back a little bit. Looked good, looked really good. Nobody probably could have predicted the 114, and it's probably buffered a little bit. He did get handed a 50-meter penalty straight into the goal and kicked a goal. He
And
kicked
that
2
would have
goals in the game.
that would have been a free, or that might have come into his points a little bit as well.
Yeah. So it definitely boosted him, and it put him in a really, really good spot at like halftime or something. I think he was on something ridiculous, like 60 or 70 as a rookie. And then he just cruised home. And I think a lot of Hawks players scored well in that game. So
Yeah.
I think Weddle's a good pickup, but I think I might change it. I think probably a little bit late on Weddle, and it's probably the same for Humphreys, but I could be wrong. I mean, if Humphreys keeps with that same role and playing as well as he's been playing, and he's scoring 100 every game, he kind of just cruised into that 100 as well.
Exactly.
He didn't look like, he didn't look like he wasn't ever going to get it. Like half time, he was 68 or something, 60 points. Looked good the whole game. But yeah, I was honestly just looking at the scores.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll just pass on it. But just thinking about Fleeton, he's got the last buy, so he could probably make you the most amount of money, even though he'll be a warm body. So, I mean, he's probably appetizing because he's got that role where he'll continue to get games, and then you can go those North blokes and Mick Andrew. It just depends if Clarry's out or not, and if just the news of Clarry is so crucial. But all that, like Wilmot, Mitchell, and you would have heaps more than me. But all these rookies will start generating your cash, and you'll probably be fine, and you might have 5 trades spare or 4. I'm in a different situation, but I think you'll be fine. because these players are popping off. Humphrey will be about 400k, I reckon, or high 300s.
You know what? We fucked up on the other day, and you told me. I even spoke about it last podcast. And I'll admit it today. I was wrong. Ashcroft has gone nuts, cunt.
Oh,
Fuck that
so
guy.
this is the point. I got rid of Ashcroft and JVR, two people that are generating cash now, for Clarry, for Jury, for those two.
And they're both not playing next week.
I just forgot that Jury's not playing because he hasn't actually been playing in my point of view because he's just keeping getting bloody 12 and 10s on the field. He may as well just sub and run on. He'd probably get more touches. I think he had that 12 in the first quarter, by the way. I was looking at the stats.
He did. You messaged me. I quote Cooksy. Jury's cooking. Jury's cooking. And I look at it. 12. And I was like, what? 12 subbed off.
Oh, I'm sick of him. Stop talking about him. I'm sick of him. I might actually trade him out. No, but he's too low. Like, I can't trade him out. I'm just going to hope that Madden comes back. He's not going to come back. I watched that GWS game and that sub GW. His name is Briggs. He's a ruckman. He played the game of his life, and I was watching it. I was like, Madden's not coming back. Not at all.
I saw that. Something I wanted to talk on just at the end here. We've got probably everyone in the whole league has probably got Clarry. Like, what's Clarry owned? Clarry's owned 56%.
51.
So
56.
56.
Yeah.
So anyone who's anyone, 104,000 people, 104,143 people have him. So wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people are trading him out this week. And there was a few different things we threw up in the air, and one of them was a trade for Clarry, and you take Clarry out, and when we just got a track, or like something like this, bring out a track, and then we'd get rid of, where is he? This guy. Don't get me started on fucking Long. I held him for ages because I thought he was going to score another 60. He scored a 37, and his break even's at 48. So I'm going to trade him.
So these are your trades for the week?
These aren't my trades. These are just things that I was thinking about, and you know, you could do something like this.
Let's both just get Fleeton and have another dead rookie.
What's Fleeton playing in? He's playing forward.
Nah, he's defender. You're gonna have to swap someone. Constable, if that's how I say it, Constable, because he's never played. So is it Gawn?
You could do something along these lines, right? And then have 200k in the bank ready to rock and roll for next week.
Yeah.
And then you could double down.
So you're keen on Petrarca?
Only reason I'm tossing up on Petrarca right now is he's been going nuts. He had a down game of 100, right? He played horrible this game. He scored 100. His ceiling is there. He's probably going to hold this price around this, like, which is break even 126. He could easily hit that. And he's probably going to be that guy is going to be the same as Clarry. Clarry's out of the team. He's going to be killing a lot more. But then there's also things like this, like you can just do the one up, one down, and do things like, okay, so we don't want Petrarca. We'll go for someone like Sarong, who is another incredible pick. Now you've got 240k in the bank.
I don't think you can go Petrarca. Like, was just going to say, you got to get Merritt.
that's another thing. If we go Merritt, where is he? Where's Merritt?
Because that's it. This is why I think trading out Clarry, although you maybe can't get him back, I feel like you can. People like me that I've had a lot of injuries. You might be able to generate a little bit more value in your team if you sub him out and just sort of cop it.
Because you're not getting hurt now. You're not getting hurt.
No, you might at the end. You might at the end when someone has a trade or they've kept him if they're playing for leagues and some people don't care about, the donut because he's such an important player. But I think Merritt Sarong's a great pick as well.
But this is what this is good, and he gives you 270, right?
Yeah.
Or this is what I'm kind of leaning towards the most. Trade out Clarry. Trade out Will Day. I know Will Day is going to go nuts, but I originally got Will Day into the team as a cash cow, and I said, "Get the start."
Well, you've already made 150K on him.
Yeah, I've made a bit of cash on him.
I've made 25.
Trading him now isn't as hard on me at the moment than it would be. But then I wanted to bring in something along these lines of Sarong and where is he? Oh, I need to do a few swaps. Sheasel up there, Taranto down here, and then bring in, where is he? Merritt. Doesn't leave me with a bit of cash.
That works.
This
I
is
would 100% do that.
It's a massive team now. Like, I've got Sarong, I've got Merritt, I've lost Clarry. Probably don't have a route back to him. But yeah, I'm stacked back here. My midfield's going to go well. Humphreys can stay there until after buys. And then I've got a Sava down here just hitting 70s, and hopefully Mitchell can do the same. But this is something I'm leaning towards. What about yourself?
Hopefully Sam Sturt comes back for you. That's all I was going to try and say, because that poor bloke, I convinced you to get him, and now he's just sitting on your bench.
Yeah. Sam Sturt's dead rookie. Let's go through my rookies. Sam Sturt, dead rookie. Drury, dead rookie. Sharp brought him in. Probably not an amazing. Sincotta.
He was going good. Dead. He was going good. I'm big on Sharp. I reckon he's a good player. Yeah. He's a good runner. Yeah. I reckon he keeps spot.
I wasn't big with him last week. Watched the game. Probably still not massive on him, but I'm going off your word. Sincotta shattering. This bloke played some good footy. Not the last round, obviously, or not the round before that, but when he scored 70 and 80-80, he was playing some good footy. I don't know what happened to him. Did he get a role change or something?
Yeah, I just didn't think he saw the footy, and now they want to do their tall defenders, and I don't know what they're doing. I can't explain it to them. I can't explain it.
But then, I've got Noel Long, who's got a 48 break even. If he hits this next week, I'll be stoked. If not, he's going to get traded out. And then Stewie Dew, still not putting this bloke in. I don't think he's going to play for the rest of the season. He's like a Finn McRae for the Pies. He can probably get 50 disposals and 8 goals one game, but he's still not going to get a run in the seniors.
He must have done something bad last year for him to not get a game.
Yeah, well,
he might have bought him the wrong coffee or something.
You're a fuckwit, McRae. Then Cowan probably not coming back. So my bench is looking unhealthy this way. I've got one playing player, 2 playing players. If I go 3, you can go no longer. Got 1, 2, 3 playing players. Probably not the healthiest bench if I go this direction, but my team is looking good, and I get 2 players in who I really wanted the whole year. I was saying I wanted Sarong and I wanted Merritt. And
I think
I
it
get him in.
looks way stronger.
Mm.
And Day hasn't been hitting these straps.
He's probably due though. Like every time I watch him play, he's playing such good footy. But he's hitting like a 50% disposal efficiency or like a 61% disposal efficiency, and he's just not getting the amount of points that he should be getting. And it's just like he just needs to clean up a little bit, and he'd be a good player. It's the same as who do we used to have from the Hawks? That rookie used to Mackenzie. It was the same boat. He'd rack up a bit of the ball, but he would have just horrible like use. And
He did get tagged. Day got tagged.
Yeah,
So
they got
if
tagged by. Mate, West Coast Eagles, you were getting belted by 100 points, and we're still like, yeah, Will Day tag's still working. That's good. What we're doing there, it's working.
I reckon Simpson's got his own Supercoach agenda, and he's just like, because he tagged Anderson when everyone jumped on Anderson. He's like, nah, fuck it. Let's ruin the Supercoach's lives. Now it's going to be Merritt. That's the only question, but I'm pretty sure he plays West Coast. So that's a flag for you to sort of
Merritt's
judge
going to
if you want.
Nah, surely Merritt can get through.
They've got this tagger, and they're getting belted by 100, and they're still saying,
what are they doing? I sent you a voice message, I think, and I was like, what is fucking happening here? They're down by 100 points, and there's some guy still hugging Will Day.
was that actually true? I missed the game. Is it seriously? You can't be tagging people 4 quarters in getting belted by 100.
They dropped the tag at the end of the third quarter. At the end of they were getting pelted by the first quarter. Surely at the end of the first quarter, you're like, this isn't working. Let's try something else.
No.
Oh
my God, that's.
So I don't want it to hurt me like it hurt me with Ashcroft, but you can't. I don't think at the start of the season I was ruthless and didn't give a fuck what players were doing and just looked at it as monetary, like money value, and if their stock was going up or down. And then slowly, after talking to you, I've gained a liking to players, and it's fucked me. I've kind of started to go backwards. So I think I'm just going to get rid of Will Day because he just hasn't shown anything, and he's just going to be another fucking Doherty. He's just going to be sitting in the back line, just leaking points at Ridley, just being a fucking
Don't talk
dump.
shit about Doherty.
He's back, but he's got a horrible bye. Don't worry about him.
Yeah. Don't worry.
But yeah, I think this will be my end trades. But like I said last week, I could change these. I probably should have changed them last week, but I'm actually happy I got JDG, and I loved watching him. I
think he's a fine inmate. I think I'm actually really happy as well because I think Collingwood, they use him everywhere. So I wish I started him, to be honest, and we wouldn't be so happy that we've got him right now. But he's 92. I remember when I first got Merritt, he got a 91, and it's just 90, low 90s. They're not what you want always, but he can get around 560k mark or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit more.
Yeah.
Should I do my trades?
Yeah. I'll throw it over to you. Let me just swap it over. There you go.
Oh, you
go for it.
Jeez, you're good, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, so I think Clarry's the trade out. I was looking at getting. I'll just quickly show it, but I was just thinking of getting Steele.
I don't hate the Steele pick.
Well, I could get Steele. I don't know why it's not working. Some big scores this week. Jack Steele, and then I could do Will Day out for. I really like Bailey Dale, but I'm not going to do it. Sicily.
I actually like that.
But I've got 70k and I'm going to double down next week. So that my theory is if I'm going to upgrade now, I may as well get like good upgrades in. But 11 trades, I'm still a little bit cooked. I mean, I could probably get rid of these two and then do my switcheroos and all that kind of stuff. But get rid of Simpson and Sincotta and get in those boys that make cash. Or I could get in Fleeton this week as well.
All right,
Do you
real
think?
quick, who are you going to double down next week?
Wardlaw and probably Ford or McAndrew. Those three.
For who?
Sincotta, Cowan or Simpson. One of those.
How much money are you going to get from that?
Probably 90k
Read them out to me.
from
I'll do the math.
Sincotta and Wardlaw. There's only about 30 or 40k between them, and then Eddie Ford is 123k. So that's around another 90k. So it's only around 130k I get for it. So it's not really worth it, actually, is it?
Yeah, no, it's not.
It looks so good. I'll just picture it when I go to sleep at night, I'll just picture this is my team, but I just can't have it. It's like, owning a Lamborghini.
Just don't touch it.
Oh, well, say Sicily, put Day in. And let's just hope Day comes good. I know you're getting rid of him, but maybe
I'm not convinced on getting rid of him yet. Like I don't mind the one down, getting Fleeton and have like nearly 200k in the bank.
Yeah.
Ready for buyers to come along.
Who would you get rid of? It? I think I've got to get rid of Cowan first, then Simpson, because Simpson is, well, I guess if Simpson's dropped, I'll drop him to Fleeton. And that's an extra, because I've still got 250 there for me to, make some money that way. But I think you got to get rid of the dead rookie first, because
actually,
but that gives me 230, and this is my whole point. So that I'm telling people it's good if I got Clarry out, because you can reset your cash gen, or if you're stuffed with money. So I need that 200k there, and maybe I can Danger and Simpson next week for Wardlaw, and I'll have 60k to play with, and then I've got close to 290 to upgrade the next week.
When I'm getting rid of a rookie, if they have a high break even, I would rather get rid of the one with a high break even than who's still playing than get rid of one who's not playing.
Yeah.
If I have a dead rookie.
So you think, Simpson scored 20, and that's because all the forwards were back. And I think Rowan's due. Yeah. So maybe it's him, and then that would give me, where is it? If I traded him out, but I think I might go Steele over Neil, but that's still up for debate. But even if I trade Simpson out, I don't know. I can't work it out right now, but that's an additional 40k. But then I'm going to reset everything, and then I'm hoping if I double down and then just try and get my rookies, hopefully one pops off or two. But it's risky business, isn't it? But I think downgrading now, I've already got 300k or 300k next round to make that one more upgrade, and then that's two rookies on the field, and then I'll probably have to go to a budget option. It's all shambles. I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna have to work it out.
How much trades have you worked out? How much trades you'll make it out of buys with?
I think I haven't mapped it out, but I think I still will be, because if you usually it's one up, one down. That's sort of how you make your money. So I've only got 3 upgrades, so 2, 4, 6. So I think I could out of buys probably have 3 or 4 injury trades, which is not bad. I'd rather 5 or 6, but I just might not get a luxury, or I might just have to keep Day and. Oh well, I think he'll still keep getting that role anyway. So I think that's the play. I could get Neil, but next week I can go up again, so I could maybe upgrade. I could go down to Sincotta to Ford or Law or whatever, and I could upgrade Simpson, or the other way around, because I'll have. It's saying 230 right now, but I'll have 280 next week. This week, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But now it's made me think that going Clarry to Merritt and Will Day to Sarong. I don't have much trades left. I'm probably not getting anywhere doing that. I'm strengthening my team, but it's probably not moving forward.
Nah, but I think you are. You're getting two premiums, and you've got someone like Humphrey there that is going to launch you a little bit. So it's something to think about. It's just, I guess, Will Day he can pop off and give you a 90 or something like that. So I mean 90 to 100. But he hasn't done 100 in a while. But he's always getting near there. So he would probably be the least. You'd rather get a rookie off field than Carl Day, but getting Day out would definitely get you a superstar, which you probably want. If you can't get Clarry that way, you're gonna have to. You'd rather have those 2 superstars, wouldn't you? Like if you're not going to get him at the end of the year, you may as well get the third best. I'm just screwed, mate. I'm just going to pray to this. Look out for me. I've had a tough life.
Tell you what, you just need a fucking. Imagine next week you just hit a fucking 2,700 like the lads did this week.
Oh, the cattle's there. It's more if I choose the right captain or not. Every single time I've just got this like poison.
Let's have a look at that. Let's to end the pod tonight. Let's have a quick look at the CVC options that we can go with. Because I honestly haven't looked at Super Coach since the weekend. I was saving it for tonight for you to expel some wisdom onto me. So let's have a look at the fixture.
Just do the opposite of what we recommended, because we recommended vice captain Max Gawn.
I didn't even know that. The fucking deer in the headlights. What a spastic.
Oh, we said Clarry, but
Clarry or Gawn, yeah. Oh, a few people went Gawn. I'm pretty sure fucking DR went Gawn. Shout out DR.
Yeah, shout out DR. I need to give Abs a shout out. Good on you, Abs.
Shout out Abs. Shout out
is my
Abs.
favourite. So the earlier games, I reckon you go. I'll probably look at vicing Marshall. So the Saints are a good option if you've got Marshall. Melbourne, if you're getting tracked, they're best in Freo.
I'm going to stop you there real quick. Ruck do horrible against Hawthorn. So but what's his face? Reeves. What's their ruckman's name? He got injured
7
this week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 7. Hit and miss. But you need an early. Well, there's no good game on.
Errol at the SCG.
Not all of them.
You could go VC Errol at the SCG.
Yeah, I just think Carlton, they've proven a point with the goalie, which I knew was a risk. Carlton actually, they're like Collingwood in a way. They don't leak many points, but Friday night, I was going to say multis. Friday night, vice captains, they normally hit. So you could go Errol, and that'd be
Conspiracy theory.
fun.
I
But
reckon they give more points to Friday night games.
it's just
Conspiracy. They give more points to some players on Friday nights.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's champion data, how the points are based. So if they can rob Darcy more of those the stupid mark after the siren to ruin Darcy's life and not have it, imagine how good you feel. You go, I broke the records for the amount of marks in a game. And champion data have actually reviewed it and destroyed Darcy Moore's life.
Yeah, they've gone eat shit, dickhead. Watch him smash it this week coming up. We're versing North.
This is who we should have gone instead of the goalie. He's averaging 120 or something in the last three.
I don't want to be that guy, but I was looking at him last week, and I was like,
I've never heard you say that at all.
No. And I looked at him for like 5 seconds, and in my head, I was like, this is such a stupid pick. Oh, fuck, he's gonna get a lockdown defender game. Like
he will later in the year. Geelong, GW. So Melbourne, if you got track, I think is an easy one. Bullies against Gold Coast. Yeah, I think he can captain Bont, but I think Bont's looked a bit slower in the last 3 weeks. I think
a little bit of a niggle this week, apparently.
Yeah, I was watching that. He just looks bruised, and I think he needs a break. He's a big lad. Essendon versus West Coast. That's a potential one. But here's a shout actually. You've got Nick Dacos versing North on a Sunday.
That's what I was thinking.
And you've got Zach Merritt. I'm going to break my rule here. No captaining on Sundays. I'm going to break my rule. I've already done it. You captain Dacos.
Let's write it together, baby. I'm going to do these trays and I'm going to write it.
I'm going to vice Merritt. I reckon.
Vice Merritt, C Dakes.
Just ride it.
Merritt doesn't go massive again. I'm sorry.
Can we check? I don't know how you check what the captaincy things are. I can't do it on the fly. But you'd think he's a high captain's choice, surely. Or are they going to tag him? I don't know anymore. I'll tell you who would be a good shout, Zeeble. He'd be just catching every one of Collingwood barrels.
Mate, honestly, I don't want to say it because I don't want to jinx it. It's going to be a fucking bloodbath.
Oh, no.
Nah, it's going to be a tight game. We always get tight games against North. They've just lost their coach. They didn't get their redemption win they normally do after they lose their coach. They got robbed. They're going to be angry. I reckon I'm going to put that game pies by 10, pies by 12.
He scored 99 last time he played, and that's when he was coming good. He's a definite captain choice for me.
Let's go Merritt and let's go Dakes for now. I'm actually considering cheeky Tom Stewart as a comeback game, playing at GMHBA for a vice. But
you could go Bont, but Gold Coast have been pretty decent the last few weeks. They win their ball. Yeah, but Rowan.
I'm going to go Stewart. You go Merritt. I'm going to go Stewart, and then we'll both go C on Dakes to meet in the middle after they both fucking big duds.
Well, now I've seen Marshall and Merritt. I might skip Dacos to keep my rule, but I'll definitely choose the wrong one because that's all I've done is just choose the wrong one the last few weeks. I don't think I've had a good one since Dawson. Oh, I did have Marshall. I did have Marshall as a vice against Port. Oh well, fingers crossed for me, mate. I need it. It's real good for my mental health when it pops off, Supercoach.
Yeah. All right. Last thing before we jump off. We'll chuck in your tips for the week.
Tips?
Sydney Carlton.
Oh, you have to go. Oh, both have been terrible. I'll go Carlton for that one.
Yeah, I was going to go Carlton, but I think I'm going to go Sydney at the SCG.
They're pretty strong there.
Saints Hawthorn at Marvel. Go Saints.
Yeah. I don't think Hawthorn are that bad. I'll still go Saints.
Yeah. Melbourne Freo MCG.
Oh,
I think
Melbourne.
I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go Melbourne. I think Freo. Actually, I'm going to go Freo. Sneaky chance. I reckon they hit back. Brayshaw's fucking firing. Sarong's firing. Sean Darcy's going to go nuts against fucking Gawn. Yeah. GMHBA, Geelong versus GWS. I'm going to go Geelong.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Gold Coast versus Bulldogs in Gold Coast.
Yeah, it's in Darwin, I think.
Oh, is that in Darwin? Is that what that is? TIO. I'm going to go the Doggies. They look like they're firing. They're probably pushing for the top 8. Easy.
West Coast for me against Essendon, just because I hate Essendon.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. You're gonna go West Coast against. I'm gonna go Essendon. I'm gonna get up on you this one.
They won't win a game all year. Oh no, I don't know if they've won a game, but it doesn't matter. But they won't win a game from here on.
I honestly don't think they will either. They look fucking shocking and they're riddled with injuries. Richmond versus Port Adelaide MCG, massive blockbuster game. I'm gonna go Port.
It's actually a good game. I was laughing at you just because there'll be no bloody people there. They might get a few crowd.
It's a great game.
Nobody gets Port. I think Port gets chocolates. I've liked Port so far this year.
Yeah, I love Port's team right now. They look great. They're great to watch. Collingwood versus North. Do we need to explain? Pies. Adelaide versus Brisbane. Adelaide Oval. I think I'm going to go with Adelaide. Brisbane going to struggle away from the Gabba. Adelaide need to bounce back. Dawson's going to be firing. And Ladd's starting to look real good.
I agree with you. I'll probably go Adelaide. They've been good at home as well. And they probably get Tex back, which helps. So
yeah. He looked in shambles about Tex, honestly.
Yeah.
They got fucking
Dawson, just lift Dawson, please, Dawson.
Yeah. Dawson, if you don't, Dawson, wait 1 second. I'm going to dim the lights. And I'm going to play some pump up music in the background. Dawson, just fucking lift, mate. You're the captain of this side. You've gone put me in the middle, coach. I know I can make this team a better team, and they've really struggled without you the last couple of weeks. They look a little bit lost. You need a lift. We need more center clearances. We need more fucking inside 50 hit ups. We just need that from you. Everyone else, Dawson's the captain this week. He's playing on Sunday, and just please do an example for him so he knows exactly what he needs to do. You're just a fucking Pelican, and I just want you to be better. But just lift for me, mate. It's fucking, you're playing at home against the fucking Bears, mate.
You really craving that Dawson 100. Have you had 100 from him yet?
Nah. 89 and a 92. He's played shithouse. I fucking play. I gave up so much to get him in. I thought he was flying to 700k. Fuck you, you stupid mate. I'm gonna cut that out. I'll beep it. All right.
What did you call him?
I called him a stupid fucking maggot.
Oh, God.
Anyway, everyone else in the team, you're all doing great. I know we've had a bit of a down week. Don't worry, we're gonna bounce back. We're gonna bounce back with a little bit of pride. Gawn, hopefully it's dry for you, mate. We know you don't like the rain. And Tommy Stewart, just keep your anger, mate. Just keep that anger. We don't want 50-meter penalties at the end of the game. We don't want free kicks given away. Before I got ya, I thought you were a fuckwit. I got ya. You're still a fuckwit. Zeeble, mate, you're a seagull. I can't really complain about you. 88's fine. Dawson, lift cunt. And Will Day, if you fucking keep playing like this, Dawson, you know your mate Will Day, you're gonna be fucking seeing him soon. We bring in players like Sarong and Merritt, okay? You're going to get replaced. You want to know who you're going to get replaced by? Sicily. He's coming in. Watch yourself. All right, that's it. Thanks for coming. Do you have anything to add before the end?
Nah, I just please, Will Day, can you just lift, mate? You've seriously let me down. I made 25k on you. You've seriously cost me another trade. I've used 25 trades so far, and I reckon 2 of them have been good. And Will Day, you're not one of them.
You've only made 25k on Will Day. That is atrocious.
It's 24. It's 24. It's getting grim. I can't remember. I don't even want to look. I'm pretty sure I got him at 450. I thought he was going to be 600k. Nah, not really. I don't want that on the record.
Will Day's a keeper, we said. We're like, he's a primo. He's a keeper. Spud.
Yeah.
You messaged me. You messaged me like, we've got in a pod. Nobody else has got this guy. We're going to fucking kill him.
I want to cry.
Yeah.
Oh.
All
Lift
right.
Will Day.
I'm going to end it right there. We'll be back next Monday, and hopefully the lads have done something a little bit better.